community. I'm heading east now out towards the Peninsula Development Road. About 200 kilometres just over to get out there, so you'll probably see all the tourists out there because I've hardly seen anyone on any of these roads out here. Just coming across the Lucan River. There's heaps of little fish down there splashing by the look of it, and there's even a crocodile down there. We'll finally hit the Peninsula Development Road that runs right up the guts of the Cape York. Stayed at Musgrave last night out the back. Had a burger and watched a bit of telly and the news and that in there. Catch up on a few things. Heading off again this morning. All gates. Turned off on a track that runs out towards the east coast. It goes in towards Lama Lama National Park. And it goes through all this station country. And keep out of bounds signs and stuff everywhere. It is a gazetted road, so they can't keep you out of here. A few little ones amongst them. So many different sizes and shapes of all the anthills through here. Can hear a helicopter off in the bush. I can hear the pilot on the radio talking to the guys on the ground, getting the cattle. These grass trees through this area. They look nice, don't they? Groups of them on the side of the road. Some of them have a big stem growing out the top of them. I gather they're like some sort of flower or seed. Part of Running Creek. Looks like they've closed off. There used to be access down to the beach further down into a patch of rainforest. Creek here by the lot. Nice in here. Yeah, it's a really nice big lagoon. Just off the side of the track here. The sign here says it's called Scrubby Lagoon. And there's crocodiles in there. Just come down to the crossing on the Stewart River. It's another decent sized river system. I made it out to Port Stewart. Just the road sort of ends, there's a few shanty sort of houses, caravans and sheds around. It comes down to the boat ramp that looks like all that's here. It's not a bad looking creek though. I thought you'd get to the beach out here, but we'll have to have a bit more of a look around, I think. We'll come up the mountain range into this national park. I've been following this along for a little while, and we'll just come up to an intersection not far from Cowan now. This is known as the old Cowan track. It looks like it's had some work done on it lately, because it's not a bad track. up in amongst the hills here now, the back of Cowan. Ooh. This looks like it's been wet or had a water tanker over it. Just looking up the Cowan River. This is where I stayed last night. It's a bit of a rest area on the side of the road. An old house here on the banks of the river. It would have been in a prime spot in its day. It looks pretty abandoned now. There's cattle walking all through there, but yeah, nice spot, right on the river. It's like cascades up a bit further. There's all rocks and that and water coming down, but there's a few locals camped up there. Short sections of tar all the way along here. Changes every year by the look of it. Stopped at the Archer River to have a bit of a look. It's just down from the roadhouse. Nice looking spot. I'll start heading north up the Telegraph Road. There's only 357 to the top. He's a good size. I'm just coming into Moreton Telegraph Station. It's on the Wenlock River. There's a sign here at the bridge saying we were here in a boat, March 2003, 14.6 metres. The whole reason why they opened all this up with the telegraph line, and why we've got the Telegraph Road and the telly track today. Well, this is where the fun begins. This is what all the four-wheel drivers come up Cape York for, the old telegraph track. This track's about 100 k's long roughly, and there's about a dozen good river crossings and gullies and stuff all through here. This has changed since I was here last. This is nearly vertical. Looks like someone's down here having fun. This has got really chewed up since I was here last. Exhaust. In the mud. It's the entry coming in. You've got two ways out. both of them look pretty bad, so there is a track further up the other way, the girls said, so we'll go up there, I think. Out and hook the winch up. We're out. That was a bit of an effort. Pretty windy old track through here. So we're coming down to the second creek. Should be Juicy Creek. Try the other one, I think. Ooh, that didn't sound very good. It's more like a spring, twang. If this side's any better. Certainly get some good angles on this track. There's some other springs. There's one of the telegraph poles. Most of them are bent over like that. People have pinched the insulators off the top of it for souvenirs. Actually found a pole that's still upright with the crossbeam on it. Come up to all this lush green sort of stuff. We're just right near the Delhunty River. I think I'll probably camp here tonight. It's not a nice spot on the crossing here. A little paperbark swamp. Set up me camp on the Delhunty River. Hear all these frogs up and down the river. Calling out to each other. Just taking a bit more air pressure out of my tyres this morning. I've been running on 26 since I left Stuart Highway. Just starting to pack up. We're just having a light sprinkle of rain. In one of the trees where I've camped here on the Delhunty River, I just found a native bees. Got a bit of a hive here in the tree. See, they're flying into that little crack. These little bees, they don't sting you, they're native bush bees. Green ants are after a feed. Yeah, they're actually getting the bees. Just a bit of river just where I'm camped. Yeah, that's where the frogs were last night. Just going to go for a bit of a walk along the river and have a look. Should be some pitcher plants around. Pitcher plants grow right along the river here. There's a lot of browned off and dead ones there, but there's a few others up the top. got like a little cap on the top of them, and it's full of fluid, and the insects and flies fly in, and the lid shuts, and the plant eats them. That one looks a bit newer and healthier.